What's a favorite memory you have of Coach Edwards?
Oh, there's probably too many to list. Just everything from him motivating to help me go on the mission, to him bearing his testimony to me, him telling me how much he loved me and my family, that my value is more than just a football player, the small conversations that we had, to me having the experience of being one of his last captains, and to go through that last year with him in that last game. I think probably my most memorable and favorite moment was that I'm actually glad they caught it on camera, that me embracing him after the game, when the game was pretty much when we won the game, and the things that we said to each other, and that's helped me so much in my life, just his impact in my life. And I think that him ending his coaching career on that game was just a privilege for me to be part of it.
When your children ask you about LaVell, what do you tell them about him?
Oh, they know about him already. I mean, he's up there with the great people in my life that I admire. And so, I think I've always been a BYU fan since I was little, but I love BYU once I met LaVell. Like, it's just a whole nother level. And so it changed my perspective, all for the better, about BYU and now being part of it, and being under him as a player. That was huge for me, and then just feeling his love. I'm one of many people that have been influenced by his love and his care.
Yeah, you mentioned him influencing you. How did he influence you to become a coach, football coach?
When he first tried telling me not to be a coach, no, his example of a coach is why I wanted to be a coach. He showed, when I first met him in the recruiting process, I've seen him on TV, and I've seen him interact with the community and with the players and with his team, and that was really impressive. But when I got to see the person and see how gentle and subtle he was, and how his influence was so strong, and he showed that you can coach that way, and it just really connected with me, and it's something that I wanted to be a part of, that we represent more than just a football team. We represent a lot more on the field. We represent our families, and that's something that really stuck with me. And so seeing him be a coach and show that you could do it a different way than the cookie cutter type of what you think a stereotype of what a coach should be about, he's not that at all. He's himself, and encouraged me to be myself as a player, and now as a coach, he's the same thing. His words of advice when I got the job here at BYU was to be myself, and just lucky that a lot of what I try to do is what he showed me by his example. So just a privilege to know him and to feel his love.
I think everyone knows how successful he was as a coach. You mentioned a little bit about how he was more than a football coach. He shaped the lives of young men. Kind of what kind of life lessons did he teach?
Well, I think the most important part is that football really isn't the most important thing, and competing and just being grateful for where you're at in life. I think his service was something that he was really proud of. In the year that I've been here as a head coach, we talked a lot about a lot of different things, and the majority of it was how much he's excited about the service that we're doing. The charity work and things that we're able to do as a football unit. And it's odd that we would spend most of our time talking about that, but that's what he cared about. He cared about people, and we could talk about football for a long time, but I think what matters the most to him is the community. And you look at, it's just not the football players that have been influenced by him. It's the whole football community, BYU itself, the fans, the players, the coaches, everyone that has been in contact with LaVell knows what he's about, and they feel like they're part of his life. And what a wonderful thing to do, to have that type of impact in people, and the way he did it through humility and great sense of humor. It just connected with a lot of people, and so I'm one of many that have enjoyed his presence here, on Earth, and just really thankful that his family was able to share him with us. You know, I feel more. I mean, there's a lot of grown men that have played this game under him that are crying today, but I can imagine what his family's feeling like right now. And so I want to thank Patty and his children and his grandchildren for sharing such a wonderful person with us to help a person like me become better. So.